welcome back. It's Samantha, Kansas City Stitcher here for a WIP Parade. I'll say that like 2 months ago, I filmed half of this WIP Parade and I deleted the whole thing because I really wasn't in the mood to do it. So my husband, my daughter went fishing. I told him I was going to stay home. I wanted to do this WIP Parade. So, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name's Samantha. I don't remember what I was gonna say. I'm gonna say a little bit about me because I know that new people watch a lot of FlossTube whenever it's a WIP Parade. So, I'm married. My husband and I have been together for 8.5 years. We'll be married for 5 years this year. I have an 11-year-old. She'll be 12 next month. That's sad to think about. I just turned 32 on Sunday, so March 22nd. Today's March 24th, and it's a Tuesday. And because I haven't filmed anything in like 4 months, besides my finish parade, I was gonna start my WIP Parade off with the 7 things I've finished already this year. I have Siberian Huskies. I own 3 prairie dogs. I own a tarantula. I owned 2. One of them just passed away not that long ago, so. And inconveniently, the one that I still have is very antisocial, so we don't touch her. If you hear any noises, that's probably my dogs. I'm sorry. We have several huskies. They all make noise. This is going to be a wild ride. I have, I think, 100 WIPs, if I'm correct. Now, by the end of this, I have a couple in mind that I might UFO. We'll see. And you can leave a comment on if you think I should keep it or not. But I'm going to start with my finishes this year. So, 2026 finishes. The first one, 24 hours of cross stitch weekend. I did 24 hours. And I did about 5,000 stitches. And I finished Jet X Stitches Persephone's Garden. I had some of this tree done already. I think I had this Quaker motif done and this one in the top border. But I finished the rest. I should have, I'm just going to say this now, I did not iron anything, because if I did that, it might be 2027 before you saw a video from me. So, this is 36 count Fiberlicious Secret Garden. And I think I used mostly the called for flosses. I used the called for DMC. This minty color I know is mint from Pirate and Robin. But the rest of it, I think, is the called for DMC. I love this one, and I think I'm gonna make this into a banner. My lighting is very terrible in here today. I think I'm gonna make this into a little banner though. I haven't fully committed to that yet, so we'll see, but and all of these were starts from last year and previous. So I haven't finished anything I've started so far in 2026, but I finished my Tell Me I'm Pretty by Mama Witch X Stitch. This is a 14 count Ada that Jody from the Steel City Stitchers died. I was in her Fabric of the Month club, which I don't think she does anymore, but I used random overdyes from my stash for this and just did a conversion. Why? I don't know why I didn't just use the called for DMC. I love Mama Witch X Stitch. This is a dinky dye conversion. This is a hello from Liz Matthews. Blooming Quaker. I joined her Patreon whenever she released this on Patreon, just for this pattern, because I had to start it right away. And I was like, oh, I'll finish this in like 2 weeks. And no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I do know that it was a market release this year, though. I used, this is a 28 count Zweigart Lugana. I don't know the name of it. I don't remember the name of it. And I just used dinky dyes that I had in stash. I kind of want to find a frame for this, maybe at a thrift store. I can probably fit this in a, I think I could fit this in a standard size frame. I don't know. But I would love to have this hanging in my house, especially since it's officially spring, although it doesn't really feel like spring outside. This is another Fabralicious fabric. I think this was a 32 count. I use this for my Cherry Magpie, but this is a Alforest Embroidery, the Goose Portrait. And I want to find a 4x7 frame for this. I have enough of this fabric left on the bottom. There is a fox portrait that is flipped the other way that will fit right here, that I want to, I own the pattern. I just want to stitch it and add that. I think this took me like 3 days to stitch. I did it. I saw the pattern on Etsy and I was like, oh, that's so cute. I just pulled random floss from stash. Oh, I guess this was a 2026 start and finished, so my only one. I think this green is a DMC variegated, and the white is just B5200 or 3865. I don't remember which. I need that left out for the fox. Next is, this is a 20 count Be Stitch Me Rainy Day. This is Strawberry Witch by Flossy Floss Shop. Flossy Fox Shop. They have several of these. I think I can fit at least 1 or 2 more on this fabric. I wish I had oriented my fabric like this to stitch this, because I think I could have fit 4 of them on here. But I don't know if I'm gonna put the winter one on this one, because it's a lot of blues, so I don't know if you'll be able to really see it. But I started this one with Rebecca Slightly Bananas last year for Strawberry June, and I just pulled mostly dinky dyes for this, and I used DMC 310. I love this. I'm gonna have to find a little frame or do a flat fold on that. I don't know. I'm gonna set that there too, because I need that. I started this one with Rebecca too. This is a Stitchy Princess Squirrels. I also used a dinky dye conversion. This was a 20 count Be Stitch Me. I don't remember the name of this fabric because this was just a scrap that I had left. they have several other little animal patterns that I think I want to buy. Not this year, but eventually. And my last finish. This was my strand today. I finished it a couple weeks ago. This is Long Dog, the token. I started this in 2024 for Long Dog Leap Day Sal. And this year I decided I was going to use it for a strand a day. I really had until February of 2028 to finish this for the Sal, but I wanted this out of my WIP pile. And I thought, this is a wedding sampler for my husband and I. I wore a purple wedding dress when we got married. His favorite color is light blue. And I had this hand-dyed by Rolanda floss in stash. This is the third time that I had started this pattern. It's stitched on a 20 count Be Stitch Me Whimsical. I was doing a strand a day on this for this year. And then the last week, I had gotten everything done except for this part in the last page. Like, I had like this motif, this bottom part of the rose, and this Quaker. When something happened, I don't know if my dog got a hold of this project or what exactly happened, but I came to pick it up to do my strand, and right through here was ripped. I didn't touch this for about 3 days. I didn't want to start this again. I was like, I'm not touching this. I'm not going to finish this. I'm throwing it in the trash. I told my husband I wanted it thrown away. He told me I would figure it out. He's like, just cut that area out and put a different piece of fabric there and stitch that part and sew it all together. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But what I did do, I'm not saying that every couple is perfect, because we are far from it. We have our little fights. Arguments, I should say. It's not fist fights or anything. It's just arguments, like every couple. And I broke my ankle the first year we were together. And I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stitch this up. I'm gonna stitch this up and I'm gonna make it look like this thing has stitches. And this is the stitches that hold your marriage together because you want to. So that's what I did. And this motif is not correct. This Quaker is definitely not correct. It has parts of it missing because that's where the stitches are. And honestly, I still don't really love this. I don't particularly love how it looks in the end, but I did work on this every day for 3 months on a strand a day. So 4 months on a strand a day, because last year in June I did almost all of these side Quakers for a strand a day. I think I had like this much done when I originally started it for strand a day last June. So I did all of this. And then this year I did all the rest. And I think in 2028, I might choose like Ragnarok or something to start for Long Dog Leap Day Sal. For something bigger. I am going to find a frame for this. I'm going to frame it myself because I cut my fabric a little. I cut it. And I cut it a little close. That's definitely an inch on this side and on the bottom. So, yeah. But I love it. Okay, 15 minutes and I haven't even started my WIP Parade. So, okay, tablet. $100 WIPs. I'm not inserting pictures, so we're gonna see how this goes. Up first, I started this with Annie. XO, Needle in the Hay, XO. It's Soda Stitches Cat's Cafe. I started this on a hand dyed by Rolanda fabric, 28 count. This is going to be in no order, besides just how I pull them out. So, I don't know if this is in frame. I think Annie and I started this last year, in 2025. Or was it 2024? I'm pretty sure it was 2025. I'm at 44%, I think. I want to finish this year. I don't know if I will. I don't know. But I want to. Because Soda Stitch has other cats that I really want to stitch. And they're really calling my name. There's one with them in a tree that I definitely want to do. This bag is old and it's dirty. My gosh. I'm thinking about, after the stranded day I'm doing right now, I'm thinking about pulling this back out, my crossword by Long Dog, and doing a stranded day on it until it's done. I'm doing this on an 18 count Atypical by Mystic Fabrics. I'm using a hand dye by Rolanda floss. That's the variegated color. And the blue is Color and Cotton Blue Bonnet. I'm really far in this. If I could just... I'm not that far, really, because I have all of the heavy stitching left to do. I finished all of the words in 2024. I stitched one of those a month. And then I was like, oh, I'll do the rest and finish it in 2025. I burnt myself out. I burnt myself out pretty bad on this project in 2024. So I didn't want to touch it in 2025. But I am hoping that maybe I can get that one done this year as a stranded day. That, oh my gosh, my zipper pull just broke. That, I know, that crossword is my husband's least favorite that I'm doing. That's okay though. Next is Dutch Beauty. I also started this with Annie. She is way further along than I am. Not because I don't want to work on it, but because I have too many projects that I don't know what I want to work on. And this year I'm really focusing on certain things. And next year I don't know that I'm going to focus on this either, because Steph at Wild Fox Stitchery said something about Year of the Nerd for 2027, and I love that idea. This is 46 count persimmons by Fiber on a Whim. This is as far as I am. I would love to get 2 pages done on this year. I don't know that I will, but I need to at least finish page 1. And I pulled this out one day and I did like all of this and I finished out this tree. If I just worked on it for a couple days, I could do it. This is gonna be massive. I don't think it's gonna take up my whole half a yard actually, because I'm doing it on 46 count. I don't know, it might take up more fabric than I think it's going to. I have a lot of massive whips. That's the problem. I like to start BAPs. Up next is All Souls Vierlanden by Quiltified Designs. That's what it looks like. I also want to do this as a strand a day project. I don't know if I will, but because I only have 15, like almost 1,600 stitches in on this, and it has 20,000. I'm at 7.82%. This is also a hand dye by Rolanda, floss and fabric. I love this fabric. This is a 28. Nope, this is a 32 count. Oh, I was wondering where that needle minder was. I need to take my needle minders off of these. I probably won't though. I'm not very far on this. I haven't worked on this in a while. I still love it though. I started this, oh, it's gonna stick around. I started this on my honeymoon, so we went to Texas. And went to the ocean in December, but we went to the ocean and did some stuff, and I started this in our hotel. So I definitely won't be getting rid of that. Why it's in this fall bag though, I don't know. This one is a new WIP that I just started yesterday. This is Wishful Thinking. It's a long dog sampler. It's a freebie that they just posted. I think this is an 18 count white Aida, and this is a Mosale silk that I'm using. I got like 900 stitches done. I think this was in a box that I got. This Mosale. It's really pretty. Yeah. I'm gonna put this up here because I want to work on that some more. This is Quaker Garden by Hello from Liz Matthews. This is my strand a day right now. I'm stitching this on 20 count Bee Stitch Me Cinnamon. I love this fabric. And I'm using a hand dye by Rolanda floss. I had page 1 done prior to this strand a day. And I had this top border done, and I had all of these letters in this butterfly. So I've done from this border on, and this flower, and all these motifs, and this, starting this flower. I just started that flower today for my strand. I am cutting off these bottom flowers and the very bottom border. I'm gonna end it at this bottom border. I like this part, but I don't want to stitch it that many times. So I'm not going to. And this WIP is from 2022, so I need this off my plate. And I will still have plenty of this floss left. And I'm thinking about using the Skyrim Jet X stitch pattern. I don't remember the name of it. Dragonborn? I don't know. I don't remember the name of it, but whenever I start it, I'll show it. I'm thinking about using that green for it. I really love this green on this fabric. I have a lot of monochrome pieces. That I need put elsewhere so I remember to take it with me. I started this last year. This was a market release last year. This is Heartstring Samplery. I don't know what that was about. Anyway, market release last year. This was my top pick last year. I love this pattern. I pulled it out the other day, one day last week. Weirdly enough, we went to a pond to go fishing. I wasn't fishing. I stayed in the grass and stitched, and I took this with me. This is 46 count Keepsake Mystic Fabrics. I think this project is only going to take like half of this fabric. I had page 1 done, which was all this. So I was working on this flower. I would love to get this done sooner rather than later. Not this year or anything, but I would kind of like to get at least a page done. I wouldn't even say I'm through half of this page. That's only... I did all of this in one day though. Some of this leaf is in this flower part is in the first page, so I had already done some of that. But I still have the rest of this flower to go and the whole basket underneath. Plus the top border. So that's probably gonna go away for a little bit. This was a market release this year. Kathy Barrick. Dot the Bird. I told myself I was not going to start this whenever I got my market order. I told myself I wasn't going to buy anything this year, but I bought some market patterns. Anyway. And some fabric. I'm on a low buy, not a no buy. And I will say that I have bought in less than I have in the past. This is a 28 count. I don't know what the name of this fabric is because it was a scrap from something else I've done. And I pulled some silky that I had in stash. I've gotten a lot done on this. I do want to kind of finish this year. I told myself this was a birthday start for me, even though I wasn't starting anything for my birthday. So yeah. I'm keeping that out. I did work on this. I pulled this out over the weekend. I was doing an old but not out Sal for my birthday. I wanted people to pull out their old WIPs that they haven't touched in years. And I started Bella Filipina, Maiden of Tabithia, I don't know, 3 years ago. I had the tiniest start on it. I'm keeping it in this pretty project bag. And I did quite a bit of work. That's her fin, her tail. All those empty spots in the tail are beads. I'm saving the beads till the end. So, I love this. I love how this is turning out. Yeah, this is so good. This is a Fiberlicious 28 count or 32 count, I don't know, mermaid mule. It was a fabric of the month. And I thought this pattern would look perfect on it because it looks like the ocean. And I think I was right. Next is Modern Folk Embroidery, Spirit of the Dead. This is a planned finish for this year. I actually have a couple Modern Folk embroideries I have planned to finish this year. I'm stitching this on a 20 count Be Stitch Me Portobello. I think that's the name of this fabric. And I'm using a Be Stitch Me silk in Mission. I think I'm like 40% of the way through this. This down here was a lot. And I kind of want to make this into a pillow when I'm done. I don't know. Just think it'd look cute as a pillow. I'm not sure why I chose a flower bag to put it in, but that's okay. This project bag has all of my starts for A Year into the Woods series. A Year in the Woods series. Most of these are barely started. Rebecca and I were working on one of these a quarter last year to finish them. We're gonna keep working on one a quarter, just not this year. We'll get back to it again later. This first one is the fox. I'm stitching this on a 36 count smoke blue. Just a Zweigart. That's as far as I got. I have a tree done. I don't love these on this fabric. The light green in them really blends in. But I'm not. I already have the other two winter ones done, I think. Yeah, I already have the other two winter ones done, so I'm not going to restart that. Because they're done on the same color fabric. Next is the Jackrabbit. I'm stitching this on a 36 count Vintage Country Mocha. I have quite a bit done on this one. But I will say I need to frog some of this because I know that I messed up somewhere in these triangles. I don't know where. I don't remember where now, so I'll have to look at the pattern. But so when Rebecca and I get to this one, I'm gonna have to do some frogging before I can do some restitching. That's okay though. Up next is the raccoon. I really like this one. I'm stitching it also on 36 count Vintage Country Mocha. I don't have a lot done, but I have some of this done. The flower and the tail. And the last one that I have started. Oh, it's not, because the one that we were working on last I have in a different bag. This one's the barn owl. This is my favorite one. This is the one that we're going to do last from the first series. And I'm stitching on this on 36 count lavender. I love this. It has a stain on it. I don't know where that stain came from or what it even is, but you can't see it that bad. Oh, I'm gonna show this. I started this for Rebecca's birthday. She started it too. I will say that I shouldn't even count this as a WIP. It's Lying in Nature. It's a pink lily patterns on Etsy. They do pretty much all AI, which I don't normally start, but I did a whopping 20 stitches on this on Rebecca's birthday. I'm stitching this on 22 count Be Stitch Me Gray Magic. I don't know if you'll, yeah, you can see. I did 20 stitches in the center. Rebecca sent me at the end of, towards the end of last year, some patterns that she liked. I bought, I think, all of them that she sent. But I showed them to my daughter and she was like, oh, you guys should start that one. So I told her my daughter wanted this one and she was like, okay. So that's the one we started for our birthdays. I say her birthday, but we really started it for both of us. I don't even have this one fully kitted up. I just threw some of the DMC in there that I had in stash and went with it. I don't have a cover photo of this. I have quite a bit of it done though. This is, I started this as in January for a blessing sampler. I don't know what blessing because I didn't finish it. This is the Peacock sampler by Pansy Patch. Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. This is as far as I got. This is a 20 count Be Stitch Me Hot Cocoa. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna finish this year. It just didn't get finished in January. I pulled floss from stash that were similar-ish to the called for. It was in a Just Cross Stitch magazine. Yeah, that one was in a Just Cross Stitch magazine. I just started this one recently. This is Primrose Cottage Halloween Quaker. I started this on a 28 count, I believe. I just pulled floss from stash that were similar. That's obviously 310, but I just pulled an orange and a yellow and a white. That's as far as I've gotten. I ordered Consider the Lilies and I added both of these into my cart with Consider the Lilies because I didn't want it to travel alone. I plan on finishing that this year. Probably in like September or something. This I started this year. Nope. Yep, I started it this year. Jet X Stitch, Blueberry J. I want to finish this year. I'm stitching this on 32 count Picture This Plus Arbor. I think I'm using the called for DMC. This is as far as I've gotten. I love this, and it's gonna look so great next to Cherry Magpie. And I chose this fabric because it was the 32 count. I actually went to Quilter Station. I wasn't planning on buying anything, but I saw this fabric and I went, oh, I think Blueberry J would look really good on this. And I'm right. Blueberry J looks fantastic on this. I was gonna use a light green, but purple, yeah. And I bought pink Ren, so I would really love to get this one done sooner rather than later. That needs to go back in my purse. I joined Tiny Modernist Patreon just for this pattern. It's called Mushroom and Moon Quaker. Is that right? I don't know. It was the Patreon pattern for February, and I joined the Patreon just for this. I know Megan, the Wide-Eyed Stitcher, also joined Tiny Modernist Patreon for this. I don't know that I'm going to finish this year, but I really kind of want to. I've only done 360 stitches in it. I'm stitching this on a 36 count. I don't remember the name of this fabric. I love this. And now that I see it out, I want to work on this. I think it'll fit on just the top half. And I used this fabric for a year in the woods that I changed with this, I think it was the fall ones that I changed that fabric. I love this. I'm leaving this out. I want to work on this right now. That's going to get finished this year. I hope. I'm not saying that about all of this. Oh, whenever I bought all the fabric, bought the few pieces of fabric, I bought Something Wicked by Lottie Da. And I bought this orange fabric. This Picture This Plus Midas 40 count. I actually don't mind their 40 count. This is as far as I got though. I changed, the words are supposed to be in black. I changed it to a purple. It's a Gentle Arts. Oh, it's Dragon Fruit Gentle Arts. The greens, I bought Cosmo Flosses because I wanted to start this. And I should have another half of this orange fabric for something else. I would love to get this done this Halloween, but I don't think I will. Because there are other Halloween things I would like to work on and finish. Oh. This is a Heaven and Earth Designs Mini Yumi. I just started that this year. Artwork is by Margaret Morales. That's what it'll look like. I'm stitching this on a 28 count. Easy grid. I did 300 stitches. I just wanted it started, and I started in the center. I don't know what made me start this in the center, but I don't normally start my full coverages in the center. I kind of wanted to just see her face. So, yeah. Oh, this is a new start this year. Steph at Wild Fox Stitchery showed this pattern, and I was totally enabled. Katie, Jeremiah's mom, also started this. It's Pizza Pups. Artwork by Bridget Ashwood, charted by Pain Free Crafts. This is what it'll look like finished. I couldn't resist it. It has a husky on it right here. That's not where I'm not even close to that husky, but I have done 2,405 stitches on it, and I'm stitching this also on a 28 count easy grid, and I did start in the corner. But I worked my way down to a dog. I got to the German Shepherd. I was gonna do just 3-3-7-1 across the whole piece to start outlining all the dogs. But once I hit him, I was like, I think I'm gonna fill in this. I think I'm gonna fill in the German Shepherd before I move on. So, I've worked on 3 colors in this. I started in a pink up here because I wanted to start right in the corner and work my way. And then I did 3-3-7-1, and now I'm working the 6-10 in the German Shepherd. Wow, he looks really good. I'm doing this 10 stitch. I don't know that I'm gonna get a lot of progress on this year, but I would definitely love to get more. So I'm gonna leave that out. I would love to get more than what I have. Kansas City girl in a Colorado world. I can tell you I can almost never resist a Jet X stitch. So when Julie posted for her birthday, she wanted to start I Like Cross Stitch by Jet X Stitch. I knew I was in for that. I started this on a hand-dyed by Rolanda fabric, 32 count. I think this one's named. Yeah, Tea Room. I started with, oh, excuse me. It's the DMC. It's the called for DMC. I actually think I subbed 2 of the DMC colors to something similar because I didn't have them. I love this. This is gonna look really good. I would love to get more work on that this year, but I just don't know that I will. I also started this year, and I'm working all the 310. First. It's charted by Stitches So Beautiful. It's the large version. It's called Sleepy Fox. This might be an AR chart. I'm not sure. Stitches So Beautiful. I don't know that I'll buy any more patterns from them. You don't know. They don't put which artists are AI artists and which ones are not. And basically they tell you to figure it out for yourself. So, however, I really love this chart. It's a fox. And I've done 3,668 stitches on this. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to finish this. My husband and I are kind of obsessed with foxes. We would love to have a pet fox. Our dog, Mishka, our all-white husky, we get asked when we take her out, is that a fox? No, she's our oldest dog. We got her when we first got together. Like a couple months into us being together. Probably a mistake, but 8.5 years later, we're still together, so I guess really not. This next one is a Lutheran art. It's I Put a Spell on You. Actually, I think it's called Voodoo Love. I'm stitching this on a 14 count black Aida. I do have 1,751 stitches complete out of 7,365. I'm at 23.77%. I just worked on this the other day, and I did this bright pink in the ears. I would love to get this done this year, but I don't know that I will. You can get anything done if you just work on it. This project I will get done this year. I am doing 1,000 stitches a month until it's complete. I started this with Annie, and Beck stitches everything, so Rebecca. This is Artsy Housewife Queenie. I pulled floss from stash, so not quite called for. And I'm stitching this on a Bee Stitch Me 28 count. Oh, I don't have the tag. Oh, it's a pink. It's a very pretty pink. And I know the black that I'm using is Pirate Robin Fog. I originally started an Owl Forest Turtles on this fabric and decided that I no longer wanted to stitch that project. So, wow, this looks so good. The pink doesn't look right on camera. Oh, that's a little bit better. I can't wait to get this done and framed and up hanging on the wall because it'll look so good. So good. I do have 7,162 stitches done for 63.34%. I want to finish this in June. And I have a new goal for this. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but this is my focus full coverage for this year. This is Mini Pixie Dreams, artwork by Julie Finn, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I did 500 stitches a week as a challenge with Rebecca Slightly Bananas last year, and I got all the 310 done in some of the purple. This year I'm doing 1,000 stitches a week. I think I haven't done my 1,000 this week, so I have to do that still. And I'll be over 40,000 stitches after this week. I'm at 39,494 stitches out of 77,805. and I'm at 50.76%. I have 4 weeks in April, a week left in March. I'm going to I'm gonna finish this year. That I know for sure. Oh my gosh, I'm so in love with this pattern. I kind of want to do some of the other fairies that are her artwork, but I'm not going to. Not anytime soon anyway. Because I don't need a bunch of full coverage fairies finished hanging on my wall. Although my daughter would probably really love for me to finish a bunch of fairies to hang on her wall. But unfortunately, she will be 12 next month and she will not be living with me forever. So, I think I'm going to make this like a wall hanging when I'm done, and don't know that I'm going to professionally frame it. But I was thinking if I could do like 15 to 2,000 stitches in the next 5 weeks. So, what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. If I could do 1,200 stitches in the next, no, that's 6 weeks. So if I do 10,000 stitches in the next 5 weeks, which isn't unreasonable, I can easily do 2,000 stitches on this a week. I was thinking of doing a monogamous May and finishing her in May. I don't know for sure that that's what I'm going to do, but I am really considering it. I thought about it earlier today, and I think that might be exactly what I do. I was going to do my 1,000 stitches on this today, but then I decided I wanted to do this WIP Parade, so I'm definitely not going to get 1,000 stitches on it today. But yeah, if I get 10,000 more stitches, that means I only have 2,700 stitches left to go. How many colors are in this one? Because I don't have all the DMC in here. 69 colors. I've completed, I think, 3 colors already. I haven't worked on this in a few weeks. But I'm thinking of doing something a little bit different next year and not do 1,000 stitches a week on a certain full coverage. I was thinking of doing 1,000 stitches, like having 4 full coverages and doing like 2,000 stitches a week on each, like 1 week 2,000 on one, next week 2,000 on 2, and then the second one. And this one, anyway, this one is Close Encounters, artwork by Scott Howden, charted by Pain Free Crafts. I love the charting from Pain Free Crafts. I've done, I'm almost at 10,000 stitches on this. I've done 9,419 stitches out of 110,032 for 8.56% complete. And I'm stitching this on a 28 count. Easy grid. I started this with Stephanie, Wild Fox Stitchery, and if that you can hear that wheel, it's my prairie dogs, so I'm sorry. I started up here in the sky, and I'm working my way to her face. So this little area right here are flowers, I believe. I don't have all the called for DMC in my bag. I do like to keep my DMC with my full coverages because I don't want the dye lots to change midway through working on them. I should really put this needle minder on my sleeping fox. I've been trying to get 500 stitches a week on this year, but I haven't pulled this out in March, so And if I'm doing monogamous May, I'm not going to pull this out for 500 stitches a week. Next, I started this one also with Annie. This is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. I'm up here in this manner. Annie has been working on this. She's got a lot done for starting it last year. I'm stitching this on a Be Stitch Me, lightly salted, not roasted, 18 count. I think I'm using the called for colors. The ghosts really ghost on this fabric. On camera, I can see them just fine in person. I am hoping to get at least this first block done this year, but I would love to work over to the next one. I don't know if I'm going to do this one or if I'm going to go down to the mermaids. I told Annie I was thinking about going down to the mermaids. She's already done the mermaids. But, yeah. Oh my gosh, this is going to be like a 4-hour long video if I keep up at the pace I'm going. This one is Modern Folk Embroidery. I also started this with Annie. She's finished hers. I have not. This is All Are Equal in Death. This pattern is going to be, all these leaves are going to be the death of me. I'm finishing this year. I no longer want this as a WIP, but I don't want to UFO it because I do love it. And I'm at almost 60%. I'm at 58.65%, 0.65%. And I've done 3,700 stitches on this. I'm not UFOing this. I worked on this at the lake a couple weeks ago. I do love this piece. This is a 22 count. I don't know where this fabric even came from. I'm finishing that this year. Next is my full moon project. I'm stitching a Kathy Barrick full moon, it's not a full moon, with Stephanie at Cross Stitch the Globe, Amy at Amy Loves Toads, Jen's Fiberweb, and Megan the White-Eyed Stitcher. I had this started whenever I saw Stephanie say that they were going to stitch a Kathy Barrick moon for full moons this year. And I said, I want to join you. And she said, okay. And she added me to the group chat on Instagram. So this is Witches Training Academy by Kathy Barrick. I had the purple in her skirt already done before this year. This was one of my 30 for 30 starts in 2024. I'm stitching this on a Picture This Plus 28 count. I don't remember the name of this fabric. This is where I'm at. I will finish this year. Wow, it does look really good. I'm hoping to, in April's full moon, get more of the moon in. Last month I did this witch and these two stars, I guess, I don't know, and this bat, and down here in this part of the broom. I don't know that this will even take me all 13 moons this year to finish. And if it doesn't, Kathy has plenty of other moons that I can do. That will be a finish this year, though. Next is, I was stitching this when it snowed outside. I didn't do it on this last snow day. I don't know if this is the name of the actual pattern. This is from a magazine. Let It Snow. It's from the World of Cross Stitch. I got this at a thrift store, I think. Or a garage sale. I don't know. I got it because it was 25 cents and I wanted it for this pattern. I'm stitching this on a Digi Stitchery 20 count Opal Unicorn Dreams. The floss, I just chose random dinky dyes that I liked. The floss on this kind of ghosts a little bit. I can see it in person though. But I love this. You can't hardly see that one snowflake. But I'm kind of hoping to finish this year, this winter, when it's winter again, when it snows. But keeping this in a little Santa bag. And last but not least, another Modern Folk Embroidery. Modern Folk Embroidery gets me with their sales every time, almost every time. This is Little Acorns. It's the 2026 sal. I do know April 1st I'll be starting another sal by them. They're Quick Quaker. And I am hoping to finish it in April. I'm stitching this on a 36 count Fortnite Fabrics Ritzy. When I met Stephanie at Cross Stitch the Globe, we met at CC and Company, and they had this fabric clearanced, which to me was regular price, but this is Little Acorns. I'm stitching this with a Moselle silk. I am not as far as I would really like to be. I would love to finish this year, but I just don't think that's going to happen because I've only done 1,028 stitches for 3.90%. It's almost April. I'm not finishing this. Maybe next year I'll finish it. I don't know. Maybe I'll love the sal next year and I'll feel like I have to buy it and start it. Okay. Next is Speckled Eggs. This is charted by the Sewing Shop. Artwork by Annie Knight. This is stitched on a 28 count. I don't know that this is going to take this whole piece of fabric. Oh, it's not. I need to cut this fabric. It's only 300 by 299. This is not going to take this whole piece. This is as far as I am. I'm not sure what's stained on here. This has been in a project bag for a couple years though. I don't think I'm very far into this project. Yeah, I've only done 1,326 stitches for 1.48%. I would love to get this done sooner rather than later. I'm gonna leave this out because I want to cut that fabric. I would love to have some of that fabric back. Oh, I know exactly which one this is. This is charted by Thread Geeks. Artwork is, oh, I don't know how to say her name. It's a retired chart because unfortunately Thread Geeks retired all of their real artists. It's called Moonchild. I love this. I bought 2 of her patterns before they were retired. I only did 311 stitches on this. Oh, and I also started in the center, which I cut this fabric to be just the right size for her. So I wanted to start in the middle, so I knew I had enough edge. And I'm gonna work the 310 on this before I go all the way. Like, I want to see the 310 done first. Oh, I know what pattern this is. I have a different project bag for this, like a real project bag. This is Christmas Party by Nolo. Oh, I started this with Beck from Beck Spins. She hasn't posted a video in a while, so I don't know if she's changing her name. I think, is it this way? Is it this way? I think it goes like this. This is a 20 count Ada. I don't know the name of this fabric. Is this the right direction? Which way am I supposed to be going with this? Like this? Is that right? Yeah, I think it's like this. I love this needle minder. I don't remember buying this. I have 397 stitches done on that. That's actually kind of manageable. This one I don't know if I'm going to finish. I want to UFO this. I don't know what's happened to the fabric on this. My pattern keeper went out while I was working on this. I could use this fabric for something else. This is my mini Frost Dragonling. Charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork is Jasmine Beckett Griffin. That's what it looks like finished. And what I have in Pattern Keeper is not all of the stitches I have done, because it says I have 3,105. I know I have a little bit more than that because I'm pretty sure I was at like 5%. This is, I think, a 25 count. I don't know what happened over here. I don't know if this happened whenever I moved into this house that I'm in a couple years ago. I haven't touched this project. I did buy this needle minder specifically for this, but I'm really thinking that I want to restart this. I'm not in love with, I know that I should have put it like over here because I was going to be like right here at the edge of it. I just made up my own mind. I have 99 WIPs. I'm gonna restart that sometime. Not today. Oh, here's my other year in the woods. Little brown bat. I'm stitching this on a 36 count, fiberlicious. I love this fabric. Here's where I'm at on the bat. I stitched the beaver on here already. And I'm going to stitch the woodpecker on the other side of the bat. But that's as far as I got on the bat. I know that Rebecca did not finish hers either. And after this beaver, I was feeling kind of burnt out. So when Rebecca asked me if we could take a break, yes, I said yes to that. All of these animals have so much brown in them. Okay, not all of them. 90% of them are brown. I don't mind stitching brown, but I can't stitch every animal back to back to back to back to back to back in brown. I can't. Oh, this is another Kathy Barrick that this is really not worth showing either. It's White Winter Moth. I'm changing it to blues. So that's my mock-up. And I've done 35 stitches. This is stitched on a 32 count, or no, a 20 count Ada Be Stitch Me Morning Fog. I've done white. There's almost 10,000 stitches in this, and I've done 35 stitches. I love this project though. I've had this pattern for a while and decided to start it last year, and then got 35 stitches in it and put it down, and I don't know what happened and why I never picked it back up. This project. I found the two of the other ones that go with this one at the thrift store, but I found this WIP at the thrift store. I've put maybe 20 stitches of my own in it. These are seasonal. This is winter. I think I have autumn and spring also. I believe this is a 14 count white Ada. Wow, this is really... I did some of this yellow. All the rest of this was what I found at the thrift store. Actually, I think I did all of the yellow. No, I can tell by these. I did all this yellow up here. This would be an easy finish this winter. I don't know if I will, but I need to fold this differently than how it's folded. This I started for my daughter. I think this is a 16 count Ada. This is massive. I should not be stitching a full coverage on 16 count. I started this because Sarah, Stitchin' Mommy, started it and I saw it and I was like, ooh, I really love that. This is called Bedtime Story. It's from Cross Stitch for Everyone. God, stop. Cross Stitch for Everyone. Bedtime Story. I've done 296 stitches in this. I'm at 0.26% complete. This Ada, I'm pretty sure I bought it at the garage sale. I wasn't worried about this stain that is on here because stitches will cover that. I'm stitching this for my daughter. I would love to get this done before she graduates high school. She's in 6th grade. Almost done with 6th grade. So if I want to complete this, because it has 112,000 stitches in it, I should probably get more than 296 stitches done. This piece is massive, like bigger than I thought it was when I originally started it. This is Charlie. It's a RETM. I'm using the called for DMC. I do love the colors for this. I don't have all the colors because I have empty floss drops. I must have been missing some. I'm stitching this on a Be Stitch Me. 32 count Luna Moth. Oh, I love Luna Moth. I just bought a 40 count of this. That's where I am. I started this in 2024 for my 30th birthday as one of my 30 pieces to start. I need to... I would love to get at least this present done. Up next is Silver Creek Samplers Rainbow Crossing. We had a dog pass away 2 years ago, and I started this for her. I believe this is a 16 count. It's just a light blue Ada. I don't know the name of it or anything. Wow, I love this. I kind of forgot I had this WIP. I might leave this out. There's more stitches in this than you think. I don't know that I'm gonna leave that out, but I do like that. This is Luminous Fiber Art, All Hallows Eve. I'm stitching this on a Fiberlicious. I don't know the name of this fabric. I think this might be a 36 count. I just grabbed floss from Stash. Fancy floss. I love how that cat looks. I would love to get this done. I need to stop saying that because I want to get everything done. I started them for a reason. I have this in one of my Rebecca bags. This pattern looks like it got burnt on the edge. It isn't affecting my chart though. This is the Blue Fowler Moonlight Sampler. I restarted this last year. I think it was last year, I'm stitching this on a 40 count Be Stitch Me Princess using the called for floss. All I have is the green. Wow, I love this fabric. I'm not very far in this. I need to work on this. I don't know why I have it in a chicken bag. Maybe because it has all the animals on it. Up next is Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery Vintage Farmhouse Sampler. I made an order for Pirate Robin floss just based off of the pictures. I haven't used most of these flosses, so, and a Stitchy Stuff Co. floss. I'm stitching this on a Be Stitch Me Fruit Salad 32 count. This was my Make It Murder Sal. Did not finish. I was gonna do this as Ted Bundy's. Nope. Was it Ted Bundy? Yeah, it was Ted Bundy. I don't know that I'm gonna do that anymore. I think I might just leave it as what it is. I love this fabric. This fabric has a tiny hole in it that I don't know how it got in it, and I think that's why I stopped working on this. But I think I'll be able to easily fix that one. It's tiny. Yeah, I really love how this is looking. I love this fabric. Have it in this pretty. Up next is my Stephen King house. I'm using Call for DMC. This is on a Fiberlicious Ashes to Ashes 32 count Lugana. This project, I don't know. I pull it out and I do like a strand and then I put it away. I've been on this same area for a long time. I don't know what it is about it. I almost want to UFO this, but I don't know that I want to. Because I do love the piece. Some of it might be because I bought the paper pattern because it was in a box. I think if I could just work on this and get down from the roof and start working on actual rooms, I would love this more. I love a good Stephen King horror movie. And yes, I did watch Welcome to Derry. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Okay, this I started with Rebecca. One of my umpteenth million long dogs. Where's it at? This is Jaws of Hell. This is the third time I started this project. This is the last time I'm starting this project. I've done 483 stitches. I'm at 0.95%. This is a 40 count, fiber on a whim, peony. I have a half a yard of this, and I haven't cut it. I don't know why, because it's not going to take half a yard. It's 40 count. This is a Moselle silk, I think. I was definitely further along than this. Yeah, this is a Moselle silk. Incarnation. I have a pair of scissors in here. I told myself I was going to stop leaving scissors in project bags. This is the problem. Whenever I see one of my long dogs, I then want to work on it. And I definitely want to work on this right now. This is cross stitch by me, bag not by me. Thank you to my wonderful friends. I started this last year with Jen's Fiber Web. This is Bouldrin Cub. Oh my gosh, I said that all wrong. Fire, Burn, and Cauldron Bubble. Wow, I don't know why I couldn't say that. Ink circles. I'm stitching this on a Bee Stitch Me Banshee. Here's where I'm at. I did 652 stitches. I'm at 11.70% complete. This is a hand dye by Rolanda floss. I love this. I want to make all of these ink circles that I do into pillows, I think. I don't know if I'm going to keep stitching this one. It's a Lizzie Kate. Dog Lessons for People. I believe this is a 14 count Jody fabric. What? First of all, I have a needle just hanging. Why did I start it and just do that? I almost want to frog that out and take my fabric back. I'm beginning to wonder if this is going to fit on here. I'm going to leave this out because I need to check that. This one I also started with Annie. This is Erin Elizabeth Spells and Potions. I'm stitching this on a 20 count Bee Stitch Me Devil's Claw. And I believe this is a Moselle silk. This is as far as I've gotten. I'm going to work on this a little bit this year. I would love to get page 1 done at least. Yeah, this is a Moselle silk. Called Chocolate Cake. Triple chocolate cake. Not that that's helpful because Moselle doesn't re-dye floss. I love this Devil's Claw though. I think I should have started this way. I think it would have fit on half of this, but I didn't. Oh well. Oh, this is a chart by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's a quick stitch Enchanted Grove. I started this in September last year for the Fall for Foxes Sal, hosted by Steph at Wild Fox Stitchery and Forest Crane Crafts on Instagram. I really wish Pattern Keeper would put your patterns in alphabetical order. Yeah, Quick Stitch Enchanted Forest Grove. I started in the bottom corner because I picked this pattern because you can use it for the Fall for Foxes and for Strawberry June. My dog's apparently decided right now is the time to play. I did 210 stitches on this. This is a 28 count. Easy grid. That's all I got. I'm gonna work the 310 on this first. I'll pull this back out in September. I might pull it back out in June. I don't know yet. I'm gonna hit the strawberries probably before I hit the fox. This is I Lilac You a Lot. Fiberlicious. This is Donut Stitch. It's the Cinderella. There's what it looks like. I don't have a lot done on this. I have 101 stitches done on this. I need to get more work done on this. I really like this pattern, so I don't know why I stopped that at that. And I really like this fabric. And I have to finish that one because I have others that I want to stitch. And I have to finish that first. Next is Bath Time? Lutheran Art, which I don't think you can buy anymore from Lutheran Art. This is, I've done 491 stitches. I believe this is a 40 count. Nope, it's 46 count Serenity by Hand-Dyed by Rolanda. This is where I am. This pattern is like 1,300 stitches. Like, it's a lot. 1,000, nope. 13,016 stitches. I'm at 3.77%. It is huge, in my opinion. I love it though. I would love to finish this and put it in my bathroom. Up next is Heartstring Sampleries Until We Meet Again. I also started this the year I turned 30. I'm stitching this on an 18 count Mystic Fabrics. It was a fabric of the month. I don't even know if you can get this. All I have is my wish. These ones that I have barely anything started, I really should touch these soon. Okay, I'm gonna pause this because I have a mess to clean up and I have to get another tote. Okay, next tote. I have one more tote after this. This one doesn't have as much in it, I don't think. This is Carriage House Sampling Strawberry Dream. I do plan on finishing this year in June. I guess it doesn't matter which way this actually goes because I think it's the same all the way around. That's as far as I am. This, I believe, is an 18 count. Maybe it's a 16 count. I don't know the name of this Aida. This was a thrift store Aida. Oh, this one I started with Rebecca. This I do plan on finishing this year. I call it Cleaning Ghosts. It's a Mama Witch X-Stitch pattern. I don't know if that's actually the name of it. Oh, it's called Big Night. I've done 210 stitches for 0.15%. There's only 3,311 stitches in this though. So I really want to finish this. I love this pattern. I'm doing this on a 28 count. That's as far as I've gotten. I had Holiday Quaker on this by Lila Studio at one point, but I have restarted that pattern since then. I'm leaving that over there because I want to finish that. Here's another ink circles. This is Henna Mandala. This is on a Be Stitch Me 20 count. I'm stitching this with a Moselle silk. I don't have a tag for this, so I don't know the name of this fabric. That's where I am though. Wow, Blueberry J would have looked really good on this. That would have been really close to the called for. I haven't worked on this in so long, I actually forgot that I had this pattern. This is another one that I want to finish into a pillow though. Oh, this is Modern Folk Embroidery Love Thy Neighbor. I'm stitching this on Fiberlicious Molten Magic 36 count, and I'm using a Moselle Silk Granite. It's this brown color. It's like a brownish purplish color. I really like this pattern, but it is massive. Let's love thy neighbor. I've done 257 stitches on this so far for 1.10%. I've done the one Quaker. I hope I have enough storage on my phone for how long this is. This is a long dog. I started this for Kaylee 10 Stitch's birthday last year. This is Long Dog Act of God. Here's what it looks like. And I've done 328 stitches. I am using a Moselle silk. I'm stitching this on 40 count. I still have the tag on here. It's just a 40 count white. Yeah, just a white. 40 count white Newcastle. With this pretty Moselle silk. I don't know the name of it because I've lost the name. I keep that in my Forbidden Fiber Co. Yellowstone bag. This is Heaven and Earth Designs. Ravenkin. Artist is Selena Finch. This is a retired chart. I am not doing this on an easy grid. I do kind of want to start this over and start it on an easy grid, but I don't know that I will. It is 28 count. And this one I'm actually doing 1/1. Almost all of my full coverages I'm doing 10 stitch. I don't know how far I am on that one. I know I'm not very far though. This is Counting Puddles. This is a black and white copy. It's Brew Crew. I started this with Rebecca. Slightly Bananas. This past year in the fall. I'm stitching this on a Be Stitch Me. I had Jaws of Hell started on here. My husband called in the middle of that, so I hope I remember where I was. Brew Crew. I'm in a very bad spot on Brew Crew because you can barely see my stitches. I know it'll look fine though because these are around other colors. And I believe I'm using the called for floss. I don't remember the name of that Be Stitch Me, and I don't have the tag. It's like one of my favorites. This is Dancing Witches. This is a Raven Coven pattern. This is what it looks like when it's done. The stitch count on this is very misleading because it has the white stitches counted too, and I'm not doing it. But I still have 8,798 stitches to go. I think this is an 18 count Ada or a 20 count. I don't know. This is a Moselle silk. Imperial purple. I like these woodcut looks projects, but I don't know if I want to complete this. I'm not really, I pulled this out a few weeks ago and I just stared at it and I put it back in the bag. So I'm gonna put that in my I don't know pile. This next one, I started this with Steph at Wild Fox. This is a 40 count, actually, yeah, 40 count antique white. This is the pointed fifth, long dog. I'm using Moselle black silk and I'm using the reddish color for, I guess it's like more of a maroon color for the animals and the black for everything else. No, I don't want my light. This is the pointed fifth. Oh my goodness. No. Stop. What is it doing? What in the world? The pointed fifth. I have done 1,654 stitches for 2.45%. I know that Steph is further along than me. This is pomegranate Quaker Alforce embroidery. This was also one of my 30 for 30 starts. I'm stitching this also on a Jody fabric, and I'm using a sulky floss. I think it goes like this. This is the middle Quaker, I think. The middle pomegranate. This would be a really good strand a day project. I'm gonna have to keep that one in mind. This is another Kathy Barrick. This is Jake's Urn, or Jack's Urn. This is stitched on a 20 count Be-Stitch Me ledger. I pulled random floss from Stash. This was also one of my 30 for 30 starts. I really, really like this one. And that's as wide as it is, so. I might have to pull that out at Halloween time. I might have to do a wheel in October, because I have a lot of Halloween projects. This is, I call it Skull Quaker, but I don't think that's the name of it. It doesn't actually have a name. This is a stitching spell pattern. I'm stitching this on an opal hand up by Rolanda. This might be 32 count, and I'm using a Moselle silk. This is where I'm at. I don't know. I don't know my percentage or anything on this one, but that would also be a good strand today because it's monochrome. Autumn Lane Stitchery, Hallows Eve Haunting. I couldn't get this into Pattern Keeper, so I just printed it off. I'm not completely in love with the paper chart. I don't know what fabric this is. I don't even know if this fabric is going to be big enough because this is, I don't know, it was like a scrap piece of fabric. I think this is a Fiber on a Whim, but I don't know. I'm not even sure of the count on that. This is Tiny Modernist Trick or Treat. I just worked on this not that long ago. I just pulled floss from stash. This is an 18 count. Something Blue, Mystic Fabrics. This was one of my 12 by 12s in 2024. New Year's Eve 12 by 12. I would have been further along, but I missed counting somewhere in this tree and had to frog, and then I had to restitch it. And after I frogged it and restitched the part that I messed up, I put it away. Because that made me mad. Next is Sabrina and Harry Gobblespell. RETM. I would love to finish this year. I don't know that I will. This is also a Jody fabric. I changed the fabric count that I was getting. This is him, Harry, because I have another gobble couple that I would love to stitch, but I told myself I couldn't start them until I finished this one. What is this? Oh, this is my Christmas. I started this with Rebecca too. I barely started this. This is Christmas Garden by Una Buena Pieza. I have the Halloween one too. This is on Paranormal. Be Stitch Me. That's as far as I got. I love these gardens. They have several gardens, and I want to stitch pretty much all of them. This is Blueberry Ridge Design, Sampler Holidays Halloween. This was also a 12 by 12 start. This is a 40 count. I don't know where the tag went. I'm using a Moselle Silk too, called Spooktacular. This is as far as I got in my 12 by 12. I think this was like towards the end of my starts for it, when I was really not feeling starting anymore. I think this is Pennywise. Yeah. This is a Thread Geeks, also retired. Artist is Gus Fink, Pennywise. I am gonna rewatch the show, and when I do, I think I'm gonna pull this out and work on it, because I'm I'm sure there will be another season of it. I hope there will be another season of it. I loved it. Lizzie Kate. I got this in my Advent from Rebecca Seasons. Sorry, my phone rang and I thought I hit end call and I hit start instead. This was supposed to be like a daily thing that I did in my Advent. I did like 3 days, I think, and then I didn't keep up anymore. And then I told her I opened the whole Advent because I was having a rough time. I'm not sure what this fabric is, but I started on the fall one. This was like day 1, day 2, day 3, or this might have been day 1. I know this was day 1. This might have been day 2, and this might have been day 3. But yeah. And I put it in this really cute project bag she made me. Little foxes. Next is Away We Ride, Blackbird Designs. I want to finish this one next year. This is on a Fiberlicious. I can't remember the name of this fabric. I know it's Fiberlicious. I'm using all the called for floss. I've just started on the border. I'm going to keep working the border. And as I work the border, I'm slowly going to put in the words. Because I don't want to, I'm getting a little burnt out on the border, so I don't want to continue just working on it. Oh, Skyfall. Look away if you're afraid of clowns. This was a kit. Design Works. The Nose. Beckspin and I started a clown. She sent me this kit. She started a different kit. I just started in the blue balloon at the top. Oh, I opened up this project bag and you can tell that's an older kit because it just smells like an older kit. I don't know how to explain that. That probably made no sense. This is Mini Baby Dewdrop Dragon. This is a retired chart from Heaven and Earth Designs. The artist is Rose Kahn. I started this for the Year of the Dragon. I clearly did not get very far. Was it like this? Oh, I think it was like this. I almost want to restart this on Easy Grid, but I don't know. I might just keep going with how I'm doing it. This is my Bernadette bag. I wanted to keep a full coverage project in with it. This is Hollow's Manor by the Proper Stitcher. I only have the Manor left. And I think this is Pink Chocolate by Be Stitch Me 20 count. And I'm using a anchor floss. And I just have the top border done. I want to finish this year. And that should be easily doable. I only have 2 things left in this. My Gilmore Girls bag that has my Gilmore Girls project in it. I am going to use this in my, I'm going to focus on this one next year. I'm going to finish at least this fall, autumn one, Autumn in Stars Hollow by the Black Needle Society. A wonderful person on Instagram sent me their WIP, and it will fit all 4 seasons. I only own autumn. They had done all of the gazebo in the word Copper Boom. I started up here. I want to finish this autumn one next year. And I'm going to have to purchase the other 3 seasons, because Gilmore Girls is one of my favorite shows of all time. Last project in this tote. I have 1 tote left, so. This is Modern Folk Embroidery, The Fruits of Plenty. I don't know why I have a printout of that. I'm using a hold please, technical difficulties. Light. Let there be light. Okay. Whew, I accidentally hit my ring light camera. This is a Be Stitch Me. Boneyard, 32 count. I am using a black Moselle silk, which looks like a rat's nest in this bag. And I'm using this blue. Here's where I'm at. I'm not even done with one part. Yeah. I need to work on that. All right, I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna clean up some of my mess, and I'm gonna grab my last tote. Okay, last tote. Up first is, oh, Medal of the Phoenix. I have done 518 stitches for 7.64%. This is a Marumi Designs. I'm stitching this on a 14 count Aida, and I'm using a sulky floss. And all I've done so far is bordered. Where's this at again? How did I lose it that fast? There's 6,783 stitches in this. So I still have over 6,000 stitches left to go. I don't know that I'll finish it this year, but I would love to finish it next year. I'm trying to finish some of my projects that are semi-close. This one I started for Stephanie at Cross Stitch the Globe's birthday. She does a hello birthday. So this is hello from Liz Matthews' Sweetheart. I have done 417 stitches. I'm using a Moselle silk. And this purple, I believe, is Stitchman Darcy, 18 count. Wow, I love how this looks. I'm leaving this out. I'm at 5.14% complete. There's 8,117 stitches in this. Yeah, it's Stitch Man Darcy, A History of Violets. I kept the tag in here. This is also a WIP, old finish, made into a project bag. This one is too. Oh, this is my Elemental Dragons water. I have a dog whining. Don't know why. That's air, fire. Where's water? Oh, I passed it. Again, I wish Pattern Keeper would water. I finished Earth last year. I've done 632 stitches on this. I started this with Wanda's Stitching Kitchen on Instagram. Is this a Fiberlicious? Yeah, it is. I don't think you can get Fiberlicious's Fabric of the Month afterwards, though. This is a Hand I've Ever Worn floss. And I know this is a 32 count because I'm trying to do all of my Elemental Dragons on a 32 count to make them roughly the same size. I'm going to leave that one over here. I want to finish this year. And I don't think it would take me that much effort, really. This is Artist Design Shipjack Sampler. It's, I believe, my only Artist Design. I just pulled random floss from Stash that I thought would work. Oh, I still have a whole other side of the sale. This is a 20 count Be Stitch Me. I don't know that I'll get this done this year. There's a little bit more stitching on it than I thought. I kind of wanted to work on it because it's 2026 and year of the alphabet. Up next is my only Nora Corbett. I have said this for several years now. I want to get her done this year. This is Eva, one of the Bewitching Pixies. I'm stitching this on a 28 count. Picture this plus Jazz. Basically, I have beads, a little bit of dress left, her and her hair. This shouldn't really take me that long if I just worked on it. So I think I'm going to try to focus on this in October, which is why I kind of want to do Monogamous May and finish Mini Pixie Dreams. Because I would love to focus on this in October and get her done. I need one of my fancy ladies done. And she's the closest fancy lady. I have two being done. I'm putting that over there. this is my last fancy lady. This is Bella Filipina, the Mad Tea Party. I have one other. I have Snow White. I don't remember what she's called. I'm stitching this on a B-Stitch Me. I plan on using the other half of this for Snow White. This is Hibiscus. I have the outline done. I did pull this out for Steph's birthday, her first fancy lady Sal. This is not my first fancy lady. Eva actually was. But I wanted to work on this one. And then I had like all of this side done and up here. And I just pulled this side down a little bit. And then I put it away. This one is not that big. Really, I don't think it would take me that long. Let's be honest, you guys. Nothing would take us that long if we actually worked on them. Fancy concept, but... What is this? Oh, this is Aloe Force Embroideries Emerald City. I just have a black and white print off. This is a free sal. It's still a free sal. I have the Aloe Forest flosses. I'm stitching this on 40 count R&R Reproductions Vanilla Bean. I started this for a sal. They were stitching it monthly. I don't think the sal is over yet, but I didn't keep up, so I don't think I even finished part 1 yet. I'm close though. I'm a huge Alice in Wonderland. Or not Alice. Why did I say that? Oh, because I just talked about Alice. I'm a huge Wizard of Oz. This will be part of my Year of the Nerds next year. And my Alice in Wonderland pieces will also be a part of that. This is a Jet X stitch. I started this for Annie's birthday last year. This is called Blue Rose. I'm stitching this on a 14 count red Aida using the called for DMC. This is what it looks like. I have done 286 stitches out of 3,643 stitches for 7.85%. I want to finish this year. And there's no reason that I shouldn't. It's not that big. I am missing a couple of the DMC colors. I know, because I needed one of them the last time I pulled this out. And then I ended up putting it away because I didn't have that color. This is also going to be a focus next year for my Year of the Nerds. This is my Alice in Wonderland tree, Tiny Modernist. Tiny Modernist has a few trees that I want. But I have to finish this one before I can buy the Wizard of Oz one. I'm stitching this on a B-Stitch Me, 20 count Aida. I think I'm using the call for DMCs. I think this is also Morning Fog. I just worked on this recently. I don't remember what I did now, but I just worked on it recently. This will be done next year though, for my nerd year. Well, this is my Halloween garden by Una Buena Pizza. This is a 28 count, maybe it's 32 count, B-Stitch Me Coconut. I've done 1,776 stitches for 16.19%. Here's what it looks like when done. I think I might have to pause this video and take my dog out because he won't stop. I love how this is looking. This is Boomerang Stitches Great White Christmas. I'm stitching this on a 22 count V-Stitch Me. Using, I think, just a DMC. Aquarius is the name of this fabric. I have the top done. The top little fishes. I pulled this out around Christmas and then put it away because I didn't really want to work on it. This is more of a Christmas in July project to me. I don't know why. Up next is Uncanny Kari Memento Mori. I just have a black and white printout. I'm stitching this on a 14 count Black Ada. I would love to get this done soon. I have more stitching on it than I think I do though. That's where I'm at. Wow, it looks so good though. I'm using all the called for DMC. I'll work on this in June for Strawberry June. This is Strawberry Summer by Al Forest. Wow, I didn't realize how many Al Forest whips I have. This is a 20 count V-Stitch Me. I don't know the name of this fabric. Oh, it's Periwinkle. I'm using the called for DMC. That's as far as I am. Yeah, I need to work on that. Oh, this project I also started with Rebecca. This is Flora by the Artsy Housewife. This is what it looks like. I am not using the called for. I just pulled floss from stash. And I'm at 675 stitches. I know that this is an R&R 32 count French vanilla. I want to get more work done on this one. This is one of my favorite Artsy Housewives. I have a few Artsy Housewives, but... Oh, this next one is also an Artsy Housewife. That's funny. This is a Patreon pattern. Trash Panda. I'm stitching this on Digi-Stitchery Spooky 20 count. I wanted this to be a nighttime scene. That's where I'm at. I started this as soon as it came out on her Patreon. Like, I paid for her Patreon the day that it was released and started it that day. This is Spring at Hawk Run Hollow. I also started this with Rebecca. I'm stitching it on the same fabric as my Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. So 18 count, lightly salted, not roasted. This is where I'm at. I meant to pull this out on Saturday and work on it on the first day of spring, but I got sucked up into Maiden of Tabithia, so I didn't do that. I'm almost done, Apollo. Next is my favorite project bag. just because of the colors. This is Pink Sparrow Sampler by Brenda Gervais. I'm stitching this on Be Stitch Me 32 count cold foam. Here's where I am. I love this. I just pulled floss from Stash that looked similar. This is Plum Street Samplers. This is the day. I'm stitching this on a Fiberlicious Castle in the Sky. That's where I'm at. I got good work done on this the only day I worked on it. So the day I started it. Oh, I don't have a picture of this. This is Barbara Anna. It's the Mad Hatter girl. This is a Jody fabric, and I'm using the Called For DMC. I didn't print off the cover photo for the last part of the SAL when it came out. And I don't have it in pattern paper. This is Jurassic Park. I started this for my husband. I should finish this. This is a 20 count Be Stitch Me. I think this is Pink Chocolate. That's all the further I am. I started this with Rebecca for our birthday because our birthdays are pretty close together. Birthday cake. I don't know how many stitches I have, but not, in all reality, not very many. This is a 20 count. Ada, I don't know the name of that fabric. Alright, up next is Long Dog Spangler. Spangler? What? Spangled. I have done 1,287 stitches, and I'm at 3.16% complete. I'm doing this on a 46 count Diem Mystic Fabrics. That's where I'm at. I do really like this piece. Up next is, I don't have a picture of this. I don't think. I dyed this fabric. It's a 22 count. It's Witchy Stitcher, Michael Myers. I started this with Stephanie at Total Stitch Show. I have, the next one I'm going to show is also a start that I did with her. The Sweet Dreams. This is on a green fabric that I dyed myself. I don't know the count of this fabric. I kind of want to finish this one this year. This one shouldn't take me that long. Stephanie and I know finish this, I think, the year we started it. This I started with Wicked Cat Stitch. This is Vanessa. Artwork by Unconventional Like Stitch. I can't say the artist's name. I've done 10,514 stitches so far in this. And I'm at 22.82%. I dyed this fabric myself. It's 22 count. I think this might be my focus. Full focus. Next year, full coverage. It's full coverage, no background, but for the Year of the Nerd, because Little Mermaid. I mean, I know not super nerdy, but kind of. Nerdy to me. And I only have 2 things left. First is Meg the Moth Woman. Night Spirit Studio. I am doing a pink conversion. I'm stitching this on a 20 count Be-Stitch Me. I have a thing of needles in here. I would love to have those back. Gorgeous grape. That is where I'm at. This is... Oh, I might need those needles actually, because I just dropped a needle. I'll find that later. This has more stitches than you think. It's deceivingly big. And last but not least, something else I started with Annie. And it's my From Velvet to Linen. I love this. I love this. I do kind of wish that I had the PDF though, but all the same, I'm using the DMC. And I'm stitching this on 40 count frog prints by Grace Notes Fabrics. And this is the only Grace Notes Fabrics I have and have used. I love it though. I need to get back in their Fabric of the Month club. That's as far as I've gotten. Wow, I really need to work on this. All right. I have a big pile to clean up, so thank you. If you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you would. Okay, bye.